We all have a best friend that we secretly hate. He never shows up at a good time. He's always blunt, uncomfortable, deeply inconvenient. But this friend, when he speaks, you better listen because he's trying to save your ass. Usually, you're making an unsustainable trade off and running up a bill. And the earlier you act, the less it will cost. I like to call him the god of inconvenient and unpalatable truth. I've seen these kind of relationships play out in careers, relationships, and even health. And trade-offs are something that I think about every day because my job is helping high performers manage how the rest of their life interacts with their performance going through time. And a really common one is guys that are newer to creating some momentum, experiencing some success. They try to push through burnout. Usually it's out of fear that the success that they've worked so hard for will begin to stall. One guy in particular comes to mind. He knew something was wrong. His sleep was terrible. Resentment was building in him. He was feeling really stressed, but he kept going until he couldn't do it anymore and he collapsed. By the time he was finally forced to act, his optionality was gone. What could have been a small adjustment earlier had now become a big threat to what he was building. He ignored the whisper, then the nudge, then the warning shot, until finally the hammer came down. So what's the lesson? See, the god of inconvenient and unpalatable truth, he doesn't usually start with the claws. He starts with a whisper, then a raised eyebrow, then a tap on the shoulder. But the longer you ignore him, the harsher he gets. That's the trade-off. You can respond early while the problem is still small, or wait until you're forced to act and lose the freedom of choosing your own response. The truth doesn't go away. It just shows up again later, louder, and giving you less room to maneuver. So here's an action plan. Step one is to spot the early signals. Ask yourself, what truth am I quietly avoiding? Is your health warning you? Are you dragging your feet on a decision that you already know the answer to? Is there something off in a relationship, but you're just hoping that it will fix itself? These are the whispers. Don't wait for the claws. Step two is to act while you still have agility. The earlier you act, the better your options. Think of it like steering a ship. A small correction early on can easily steer you around bad weather. But fail to do that, and all of a sudden, you're trying to bail out water in the middle of a storm. Step three is to reframe the messenger. Now, it probably doesn't feel like it at the time, but the god of inconvenient and unpalatable truth is there to do you a favor. He doesn't arrive to ruin your life. He arrives to give you a chance to fix it while you still can. As annoying and frustrating as it is when he shows up, try not to take it too personally. Everybody gets tapped on the shoulder from time to time, and the earlier you act, the more optionality that you'll have. So where are you being tapped on the shoulder right now? What inconvenient truth are you hoping will just go away? Drop a comment down below and let me know. I'm really keen to hear what you've got to say. And remember, you can only be in one place at a time. So every day you're making trade-offs. The only question is, are you choosing your own or are you just accepting what you're being given? Thanks for watching. See you next time.